Ukraine should receive long-range artillery and weapons systems, President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen is sure. Also, according to her, the European Union launched a plan to produce additional ammunition for Ukraine. In particular, the EU sent €500 million to European arms companies to modernize equipment, open production lines, and train personnel.
For the first time in our history, a country is under attack because of its desire to be part of the European family. The immediate need, you know it, is the military assistance to sustain the efforts of the Ukrainian armed forces. And this is why we have just proposed an Ammunition Production Act. We want to push our defense industry to ramp up production of badly needed 155 and 152 millimeters artillery shells.
The UK was the first country to supply Ukraine with long-range missiles. According to the UK Secretary of Defense, Storm Shadow gives Ukraine more options to defend against Russian aggression.
We supplied it because of Russia's constant use of its long-range weapons to target civilians and civilian critical national infrastructure against all international law and the Geneva Conventions. And despite being requested by me back in December not to do this, they have continued to indiscriminately kill and target Ukraine, people in Ukraine. Ukraine's right under United Nations Charter to defend itself is indisputable. And in that self-defense, from an illegal act, it has every right to ask for support from its friends and allies.
An analog of the British Storm Shadow is the German Taurus with a range of up to 500 kilometers. A few days ago, Roderich Kiesewetter, a member of the Bundestag from the Christian Democratic Union Party, called on the German parliament to support the initiative to supply Taurus missiles to Ukraine.
Ukraine's partners should go to any lengths and provide Ukraine with everything that it can use in the fight against relevant weapons and that is permitted by international law. Roderich Kiesewetter, member of the Bundestag, in an interview with the German edition of R&D.
Washington, as part of an U-8 package, intends to provide Kyiv with unguided Zuni missiles, as well as Avenger air defense systems and Stinger anti-aircraft missile systems. Also, the new aid includes missiles for HIMARS multiple launch rocket systems, additional tank ammunition, and anti-tank weapons.
The US has committed to support Ukraine in its effort to defend the country, and Ukraine has pledged not to use systems inside Russia, so there is likely to be no change in aid. Spokesperson of the US Department of Defense on conditions of anonymity in a comment for Voice of America.
According to US President Joe Biden, the issue of providing Ukraine with long-range ATACMS missiles is under discussion. Since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the United States has provided Kyiv with about $37 billion in security assistance. Reported by Roman Smoler, Christina Dombrovska, UATV News.